I would use this voice to inspire many others.
Right. Now, if you win Queen of the World International this coming,
And I will make as many moms in the world come together to pursue this purpose.
Good morning, Philippines!
Good morning, world!
I am Alexander Ramirez.
And I am Remelyn von Strombeck, your Queen of the World, Mrs. Philippines 2020.
Right, yay! And today I have the biggest honor to get to know more about this woman in front of me, Mrs. Philippines with such a big heart. Remy and I, we have known each other for just about a month now, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't usually turn acquaintances into friends, but once this woman speaks and you get to feel her aura, one can't help but just fall in love with how big of a heart you have, with the intelligence that you so uneffortlessly expresses, and your extremely commendable fighting spirit in life, and the things that you do for people. I love you so much. And you know that, a few weeks ago we got into talking, and I told her about this Christmas outreach program that I've been doing for quite a few years now. And not even a second, she pledged her support. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the woman with the biggest heart, Mrs. Philippines, Mrs. Remelyn von Strombeck. So, how are you, and how has it been as Queen of the World Philippines?
You know, Alex, it's been great.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lot more responsibilities, but those responsibilities that I'm very grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
The platforms allows me to inspire and help more people.
That's good.
And that is very huge to me.
Wow, that's amazing. So, let's talk about Queen of the World International Pageant. So, as I understood, there are 4 titles given, right?
Yeah. There's 4 categories. There is Miss, Ms., Mrs., and Elite.
Oh, okay. So tell me what Queen of the World Pageant is, and why are there 4 titles given?
Yeah, so the 4 titles represents the faces of womanhood.
Right.
You know, it is also categorized by the ages as well as the marital status.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the first category, which is Miss, this is ages 18 to 29 unmarried.
Mm-hmm.
Second category is Miss, which is...
So the first one is Ms., M-I-S-S,
Yes,
and that
correct.
that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is M-S.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's
Cool.
right.
So MS is?
MS is 30 plus unmarried.
Okay.
And then the third category is Mrs., which is my category, ages 18 to 55, married. And lastly, the elite category, which is ages 50, unmarried or married. Yeah, you know, Alex, Queen of the World is trying to redefine beauty pageants by creating inclusive and diverse women leadership, regardless of age and marital status. The 4 titles represents the phases a woman go through in her life.
Okay.
Queen of the World speaks loudly to every woman that no matter what age they are or marital status they have, it does not matter. That the power of woman is ironclad throughout the rest of her life.
That's true.
That regardless of age and marital status, she can change her life and achieve great success. And if she wishes, be a beacon of hope and change the life of others, just like what we do here in Queen of the World. As a woman and a mom, I love that Queen of the World pushes a message that makes a women empowerment full circle in the pageant world.
That's very awesome and very timely, don't you think?
Yeah, I know.
Right. So how does it feel to be representing the Philippines? That's a huge responsibility. To be representing the Philippines in the international pageant happening in New York this April, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But before that, why don't you take us back to that very moment when the host said, "Ladies and gentlemen, the queen of the world is Remelyn von Strombeck." How does it feel?
As someone who joined the beauty pageant for the first time and won, I mean,
That's your first time?
I know, first time. Things went extremely surreal on the stage. But looking back in my journey, it makes me appreciate more that every day is celebration. Not because I won the crown, of course, that's the given, but more importantly, I am celebrating because I am now have a bigger platform to inspire and be a living torch for married women of my age across the globe, mentor the less fortunate with the wisdom I have in entrepreneurship, and be the voice of the children that I am helping with Feed Hungry Mind.
Yeah, I've heard about Feed Hungry Mind, and it has a really huge purpose. Thank you so much for doing that for many people. Now, what I want to know is, for someone to have such a huge heart in understanding people, and this courage to help the less unfortunate, you must have experience being the one needing the help yourself, right? Can you tell me a little backstory about Remelyn von Strombeck? How did she start? What did she experience during childhood?
Alex, I grew up in a broken family. I was left with my grandparents who didn't have enough to make ends meet. I have experienced not being able to eat and just sleep off hunger a lot of times. I have experienced begging for food. And when my grandparents passed away, I was left with my sister, who's the only one supporting me at school. At the age of 19, I had my first child, Princess. I was a single mother and I had to stop school to find a job to be able to support her. I've had so many jobs, any jobs that you could think of really, just to make ends meet for my kid. I had to work hard to pull myself out of poverty. And when I finally did, I harnessed courage to put up my own business. I have tried twice and failed. I had a shoe shop business and a grocery shop, both failed. I also had a car rental business that didn't work when the pandemic happened, so I had to stop the operation. Then I took a risk again. When I started my Airbnb business, I started with one condo 3 years ago without knowing how would it go. And now I have 11 condos and got 8 amazing employees.
Amazing.
Life was tough for me growing up, Alex. And the sad reality in the present time is a lot of people in many countries experience that on a daily basis. As of 2023, could you believe that over 18% of the world's population, about 1.1 billion out of the 6.1 billion total world population, live in acute multidimensional poverty? So, it's a great life mission for me to teach people what I did to get out of it. As someone who's been blessed with wisdom about entrepreneurship, I think life has made me become ready to be the torch that guides people who are lost.
I think you are.
And that's what ultimately led me to this moment right here.
Wow, that's very commendable. But listening to all these things that you say, it's that you show that it's your moral and personal responsibility to help many people all year round. Isn't it kind of overwhelming. I think it's already your job to do all these things, help these people all year round.
Yeah, it is my job now, Alex. Well, I do have a job as an entrepreneur, but the thing is, it is very important to understand that in life, when you have been given blessings, it becomes your moral responsibility to pay it forward by blessing others.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a lot and it gets overwhelming at times, but seeing the smile of the people I get to help is worth all the hard work and the beautiful journey.
Right. That's good to know. But I want to circle back to when you mentioned about using the platform mainly to mentor and inspire other women at your age who are also married to be involved in entrepreneurship. Why entrepreneurship, and why do you think that is important?
It's important because no matter how you look at it, life as a mother, especially the single parents, it's very tough. And it only becomes more tough every year, you know, when your kid grows up and other responsibilities add up. I think the wisdom on how to play with life, or at least to become financially independent, is very important. And you know, Alex, after everything that I've gone through in life, after all the trials and errors, I've still managed to pull through and achieve my goals. I think I can inspire other women at my age, the single mothers especially.
Yeah.
And those who are unable to go back to school because of all the responsibilities they have as a mother. It is important for them to know that it is never too late to create a business for them to become financially independent. And, you know, taking a risk can lead into a successful outcome. I did. And while it's hard, it was all worth it.
For sure, it's definitely worth it. But you know, it's one thing to become entrepreneur when you're single. It's a totally different conversation when we're talking about moms taking on the challenge as an entrepreneur. Moms have different and many responsibilities. As an entrepreneur mom yourself, how do you manage these challenges?
You know, Alex, one thing I can say is finding the right support system around you plays a big role. These people could be your husband, your sister, or even just your friends. Or even me as a mentor that are willing to support you to take this risk so long as you believe it can lead it into successful outcome. It won't be easy, I'm telling you, but surely will be worth it. As long as you believe and take actions. This is why I want to take up space, because some people don't have good support system, and I think that's the void that I want to fill in. You know, I want to be there for them, so at least one person believes in them, because you know, most of the times all it takes is one person to believe in you to achieve your goals. So find someone who believes in you and just take the risk.
Now, I definitely agree that taking risks is important. But it's way much easier to take risks when you already have something to risk, right? For many less fortunate moms out there, they will be starting from scratch. What advice can you give them?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's case-to-case basis, but I guess the standard advice I can give that applies to everyone is first, have courage. They won't be starting from scratch if they have courage. The motto that I've always believed in, and I even have it tattooed on my body, it's be afraid and do it anyway. Being afraid is very normal. It's human. But don't let fear get the best of you. Do it anyway.
Right. Now, if you win Queen of the World International this coming April, you'd have a much bigger platform and support for all these humanitarian things that you already do. and inspire other women that whatever you've achieved in life, they can also do it. Now, how do you plan to take advantage of this new platform as a new important avenue for your advocacies?
If I would be crowned as the new Mrs. Queen of the World International, I will have a bigger voice that would echo louder than before. I would use this voice to inspire many others and make people understand that dire situation that needs attending. I will create an international community of mothers that will be of help and source of inspiration to one another, and create an easy access to knowledge and wisdom about entrepreneurship. I imagine a world where moms are self-sufficient and can efficiently provide for their family with the additional resources to get from winning. I also plan to expand the help and support I am able to give to children, not just in the Philippines, but internationally. Not just by providing more feeding programs, but also by providing scholarship. And if I can, and I will make as many moms in the world come together to pursue this purpose with me and make the world a better place for our children and the next generation to come.
Wow, that's great. That's great. You deserve a big round of applause, Remi. I hope you win. And I'm confident, I have all the good feelings that you will win this pageant, because you have such a great heart. You have all these purpose, you have the intelligence, and you have what it takes to represent the Philippines on the international stage. Now, why don't you go ahead and invite our viewers to watch the pageant, the Queen of the World pageant happening in New York this year, right?
Yeah. So hi everyone, it's me again, Remi von Strombeck, your Queen of the World, Mrs. Philippines. So the pageant is going to be April 22 to 25 in New York City. I hope you can show me any kind of support, and I will promise that I will represent our country in the best way and bring the crown. And thank you everyone, and of course thank you, Alex, for this opportunity. Thank you for giving me this time to do this. I mean, I would not expecting that we're gonna be friends, but then I'm just so happy knowing you, and thank you very much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
I'm afraid, Remi, that it is my honor to be meeting you, to have you as my friend. You have such a good heart. You proudly represent the Philippines and all the moms out there. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Believe me, you will win this competition.
Thank you.
Thank you all, guys, for watching.
Bye.
See you all soon. Follow her, follow.